Hi everyone and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So today we're talking about achieving your goals and we're going to be going through different techniques and ways and top tips to be able to achieve the goals that you're setting yourself, and ways to look at it and ways that you're able to ensure that you're achieving your goals, you're setting them as manageable steps and progress, and also achieving success there. So the main things that I normally start talking about to people when they're asking me about their goals is that I say you need to do something called the 3 C's. So whenever you're looking to achieve a goal, or you're starting to set one out for the future, or you're looking to push forward, if you follow the 3 C's format, then you'll be able to kind of follow a flow and ensure that you're going to achieve that goal. So the 3 C's are commit, control, and consistency. So when I say commit, so means that commit to the goal that you're going to make. Write it down, tell other people about it, write it up on the board, have some time scales to it, and commit to that goal, whether it might be working out more, losing a bit of weight, it might be finding a new job. Commit to it. So once you've written it down or you shared it with somebody else, then you're normally more accountable to make it happen, because you're not just coming up with the idea in your head of, oh, I should really do that and I do really want to do it. Once you've said it out loud and you've shared it and you've committed to it, the odds are you're going to make it happen because you've committed and you've made yourself accountable. Then the next one is control. So you are in control of your output. So take control of everything that happens with this goal, and especially the hurdles that are going to come with it as well. So I've written down here, everything is mind over matter. And I talk about it quite often with all of my wellness talks, is everything is always about mindset over everything. So if you are in a position where you're in control, your mindset's in control, you're controlling your behavior and the outputs that you create, you're then in control and you can achieve that goal. So there's so much that's going to happen. There's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be things that are just going to want to kind of distract you and stop you from pushing forward, or even your own mind telling yourself. We give ourselves so much self-sabotage, we give ourselves guilt, we overwhelm ourselves sometimes by giving ourselves too much to do or such a big goal, that then we start to lose control. And when we lose control, we start to kind of give up, or we find ourselves overwhelmed, or we just then stop doing things because we aren't in control. And we so many people, as we know, like to be in control of the things that we do. So obviously commit, make that goal, like what are you going to do? Take control and be mindful of that your mind is going to play tricks on you. It's going to make you want to stop doing it. It's going to not want to make you do something out of your comfort zone, go to that exercise class, eat that healthy food, stop having the takeaway, whatever it is that is within your goal. Your mind's going to start to kind of battle against yourselves. And if you follow a lovely lady called Jennifer Sanchez, she does a wonderful thing about having a smoke and having your kind of devil. So you have your smoke that's kind of making you your aura, and people are attracted to you, or they want to talk to you because your smoke is kind of your confidence. And then you've got she calls it Nigel, that's in your ear going, no one likes you, this isn't going to happen. Of course you're not going to make it work, because you now have made it work. So your mind starts to play tricks on you. You want to be full of confidence to push forward, and you know if you think about it and you work hard enough for it, your goals would be achieved. But then you've got this little thing in your ear that's constantly going, oh, why bother? What's the point? There's no point. You're not going to be able to do that. And then you start to believe your negativity in your brain, and then it stops you from pushing forward. So always take control. Or try your best to be mindful that your brain is going to have them kind of techniques with you. It's going to stop you from wanting to push forward. And then the next one is obviously consistency. So with everything in life, no matter what it is, whether it's kind of training for a sport or trying to learn how to do something, or if it's just changing your lifestyle, unless you stay consistent, the results won't come. So there's so much especially kind of in the losing weight realm, about kind of quick fixes and things that are kind of can give you quick results, or restrictive dieting and things like that. But actually it's no good for you if you're then going to just go back on that hamster wheel of kind of not creating a technique and a consistency for you to be able to sustain those results going forward. So with anything, whether it's kind of like a kid riding a bike, or I don't know, someone wanting to be in the Olympics or a boxing ring and things like that, they have to keep consistent. They have to keep going to training. They have to keep learning how to do it, and they have to stay consistent, because once they're consistent, it then just becomes part of the normal habit. And when you create habits, then you're almost in an autopilot regime where it's just part of your day-to-day life of things that you're doing. So with a child, for example, like I said, with them riding a bike, at first they're really daunted by it. Their mind's playing tricks on them. I can't do it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. You give them the confidence and encouragement. They keep trying, they keep trying, they keep trying. And then over time, with consistency, they are then cycling without the stabilizers. They're then kind of going faster. They're going down hills now. They're starting to learn tricks. So over time and with consistency, confidence builds, and also it just becomes a natural habit. So then the kids ride the bikes without even thinking about how they ride the bike, you know. So try and be in control, be consistent, and commit to that goal that's going to take place. And that's really how you're going to achieve the goal, is by ensuring that you're doing them three things all the time and keep following it round in a circle. You'll have new goals all the time. There's going to be things that are going to come up, like I said, bumps in the road, or you might achieve one goal and then you're on to the next one. When that is the case, you can then start again. Right, what's my commitment? What am I going to do? Then what control am I going to take? How's it going to work? What's the plan? What have I scheduled in? When am I going to make that happen? And then stay consistent. Keep going past those hurdles and making it happen. Have two types of goals. So I've noted down here, have bite-sized goals. So things like to-do lists, like you're able to then tick it off on a daily basis. You're able to see progress. You're able to feel each day that you're making progress and you're achieving things. Make sure that to-do list is linked to your big goal though. So you want to have big goals. You want to have things that are for the future. And if they're not big enough, then you need to make them bigger, because you should be scared of these big goals that you're having, because even though they might seem scary, you can achieve whatever you want to, as long as you put your mind to it, as long as you stay consistent, and as long as you commit. So try have those big goals that are really kind of futuristic, big goals. Believe in those goals that you are going to achieve in one day. And then on a day-to-day basis, have bite-sized goals of daily progress that you're going to make, that's going to link to that goal, or it's going to push you forward to be in a position to achieve those goals that are kind of on the big vision board that you're looking to achieve. Have short and long-term goals as well in regards to date-wise. So have things that are short and sharp. So things like the 14-day focuses that we do, they're short and sharp, so you're able to feel consistent and you're able to build that kind of focus for 14 days, and then you're able to create a lifestyle and create a habit. So having short-term goals means that your brain's able to go, right, it's only a short period of time, I can do this is absolutely fine. Whereas if it was like a 60-day challenge or a 90-day plan, you might be like, 90 days seems so long, and I've got events going on, and I've got my birthday, and then suddenly hurdles start coming in, and you start to go, I don't think I can do that. And this is where the overwhelm comes, and the big goals are too big. So you just break it down in really short, sharp kind of goals to achieve and focuses to make, and then you almost start to build consistency and build those habits from there. One of the things that I kind of mentioned quite a bit is creating that structure and the discipline, and to review it. So again, it's kind of this kind of business cycle that you would have, or goal cycle, whatever you want to call it, but it goes around in a circle. So you want to create the structure of how you're going to achieve that goal. You're then going to create the discipline of making it happen, and then you're going to review it. So you're going to see how you've got on that week. So if say you're in a sales role, or if you're in something where you're kind of target driven, you're going to have a structure of like, I'm going to do this every day, I don't know, 10 calls in a sales environment. Then you're going to have the discipline to do 10 calls every day. So you're going to get on the phone and you're going to do it every day. And then you're going to review and say, did I do that? What could I have done better? How could I improve? So you want to have that full cycle of kind of reviewing and discipline. So you're able to then adapt and change and improve things, or actually keep going with the stuff that is successful. So you're able to then look at your trends, and you're able to kind of manage your goals to adapt and change. And because you've got to have this fluidity within what you're doing, and don't hold yourself too tightly, or put too much pressure on the time frame, because as long as you're doing it and as long as you're progressing forward, that is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It's all about what your goal is and you pursuing it and you trying to achieve it. So with that structure, discipline and review, you want to have something like a weekly plan that you want to achieve. I always recommend booking things in your diary, so time slots to do things, because time does run away with us, and sometimes when you're not structured enough and you don't have that kind of in the diary discipline, sometimes you almost just forget to get it done, and it doesn't get done because you've been too distracted with something else. So book slots in the diary and revisit every week, and obviously reset. So revisit it if things have gone wrong, if you haven't done stuff that you think is kind of plausible and you feel like making progress. Don't panic, just kind of reflect on it, but then reset, ready for the next week, and then start again and just think about, right, what's my one thing that I'm going to change this time round? What's my one thing that's going to make a difference? Because you can't do everything all at the same time, and you can't achieve goals all the time. But what you can do is you can make progress every day, and you can adapt every day. So having that weekly reflection and being able to see what's going on and reviewing it makes such an impact on your change and your achievement of that goal as well. One of the things that I've jotted down here is don't beat yourself up. Just stay committed and take back control. So when you do feel, especially obviously because I do a lot of things with weight loss or people with weight gain goals, or just in general about their kind of nutrition and their health, they have bumps in the road, or they have things where they feel like giving up because they're putting too much pressure on themselves. Just don't beat yourself up. We are just living in the real world where we have bumps in the road. We have our mindsets playing games with us. We have people's opinions that make us think differently, or we have things that make us kind of feel differently about different things. So just don't beat yourself up. Just remember, right, what is the goal that I was doing in the first place? Why am I doing this? Don't beat yourself up. Don't put yourself under pressure. Just reset yourself and go again. So try to eliminate that overwhelmness and that anxiety that you'd create, because as soon as you create that anxiety and overwhelm, it's so easy to give up then. It's so easy to... It's not easy, but you just think, oh, why am I doing this? I'm just putting too much pressure on myself. And then you stop it. And then you think, why did I stop it? Because I wanted to achieve this goal. So try not to put too much pressure on yourself. That's why the daily progress is really important. So you feel like you're doing stuff towards a goal instead of feeling like this big overwhelmed goal there's too much pressure on that. My top tips on things that have helped me to achieve goals and to focus is I always buy like brand new stationery and things when things are, if I'm coming to a new month, or if I've got a new goal, or if there's something new that I'm creating, or so when I start the focuses, I'll buy a new water bottle, or I kind of do new menus, or I try new things, because it then makes it exciting and everyone feels like they love a new pad where they're ticking things off. So I do things like buying nice new stationery or things that make me excited about doing the goal. Obviously planning stuff in the diary is a top tip as well. So maybe get a nice new diary which has got you can use your new stationery with. And also always be reflective. So reflect on those goals. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't put too much pressure on it. And just also be mindful that you are just your own person, and you have your own goals, and don't let anybody distract you from those. I think even myself, I spend a lot of time in my own head, almost stopping myself from doing things, or telling myself I'm not good enough, and when you're probably watching thinking, oh, but you seem really confident and you know what you're talking about. But I do feel confident to a certain degree, but like anything, you always then think, oh, I'm not sure if people like that. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. Oh, this isn't achieving my goal because I'm not getting there quick enough. And then I start to play these games in my head of, I'm not doing this right, there's something wrong with me. And we all do it. So just kind of don't think that I'm any different, or anyone that you see that's kind of does more mindset training is they're also just struggling with their own kind of goals and achievement and progress as well. So top tips is really just don't overwhelm yourself. Follow the 3 C's. So commit, control, consistency. Always stay consistent with what you're looking to do. If you can't stay consistent with it, it's probably not the right goal or the right plan for you, because you need to stay consistent to get a result in whatever you're doing. So just be really mindful of that. Whatever you're trying or whatever you're doing, you have to stay consistent. Otherwise, you'll never get consistency and results consistently. So yeah, the 3 C's. Don't overwhelm yourself. Write things down, small and big goals as well. Try and make progress every day so you feel like you're achieving elements towards your goals. And yeah, hopefully that's been of value. I wanted it to be more shorter and sweeter so people might listen for longer. And yeah, hopefully it's been of value. At least it might give you a couple of little tips that you're able to address yourself. I think sometimes listening to so much self-development is so important, but you can pick up one or two things from each person, or you might hear someone repeating the same things across the board. So if there's a collective of people saying the same things, then the odds are it's probably the right way to go about them. So hopefully that's been of interest and of value. Obviously I'll be back again next Wednesday at 4 o'clock to talk about other mindset training. I'd love to get your thoughts or things that you might want me to talk about so I can add that into the programme. And yeah, hopefully you have a wonderful evening. Obviously it's all drawing in now, so it's starting to go a bit darker already. But yeah, have a lovely evening and I'll catch up with you soon.